many of us are.
I know many of us are.
Or are not Christians.
Or are not Christians.
I know many of us are Christians.
I know many of us are Christians.
Either way, I know I am in a holy space.
Either way, I know I am in a holy space.
A place that I find sacred.
A place that I find sacred.
And I'm nervous.
And I'm nervous.
Speak up.
About 50 years ago.
About 50 years ago.
King was arrested in Birmingham.
King was arrested in Birmingham.
And from Birmingham in a jail.
And from Birmingham in jail.
He wrote a famous letter.
He wrote a famous letter.
Clergy from other denominations.
Clergy from other denominations.
Asked Dr. King why he was doing this now.
Asked Dr. King why he was doing this now.
Why stand up now?
Why stand up now?
This can wait.
This can wait.
We'll make it better soon.
We'll make it better soon.
And King answered him.
King answered him.
To say that there is nothing but the fierce urgency of now.
To say that there is nothing like the fierce urgency of now.
Today we face the fierce urgency of now.
Today we face the fierce urgency of now.
And we are doing so as Dr. King would. 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
Barack
Obama
spoke passionately about the fierce urgency of now.
Spoke passionately about the fierce urgency of now.
And 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
We faced fierce urgency.
We faced fierce urgency.
Because the world was collapsing around us.
Because the world was collapsing around us.
In that moment, asked to meet that challenge, Barack Obama failed. Because we're still in trouble. And that is why we are here. Because we still face the fierce urgency of now. Because almost 1 out of 10 of us are out of work. Because many people do not have a place to sleep. Because they could ask us to bail out Wall Street again. We stand to face the fierce urgency of now. We are the manifestation of the fierce urgency of now. We owe it to stand in the legacy of Dr. King. And to face the fierce urgency of now. As he did.
Amen. You know, because we're in the condition that we're in today, because I am the problem. You know, we stand here and we look at this because we haven't done anything. Yes. We're the problem. You need to solve the problem. You need to solve you. If you're not willing to stand in the way or get in the way, you might well go home.
Yeah.
This is a struggle. I went through it. And I get feelings every time I hear about it. I volunteer over here every day, almost, or twice a week. And I get feelings when I come over here and see the court is shambled. I get feelings. I can't help it. I went through it. I'm 63 years old, and I see it coming back from yesterday to today. And we just stand here. We have a problem. Now it's touching you, and it's touching you, and it's touching you. Welcome to the struggle. Black folks been going through this for years. No, I'm not the solution. We are the solution. We are. As the group, you are the solution.
We are the solution.
All you gotta do is hard work for it.
We are the solution. We are the solution. We are the solution. We are the solution. We are the solution.
I was getting ready to go to bed and y'all woke me up again. I woke up this morning and I woke up again. If you're not willing to get in the way, if you're gonna get in the way, it's gonna cause some problems. You okay? If you're not willing to get in the way, you gotta get in the way.
You need leaders.
No, you need yourself.
Yeah!
Quit looking for a leader and start doing it yourself.
Yes!
What you looking for? You are nothing without God. Yeah, get God in with you, okay, baby? But look here. Quit looking for somebody to lead you. If everybody leads you and lead everybody else, you be okay.
He leads.
Amen. Okay, well, let us lead us, okay? The thing is, bro, you know what I'm talking about.
Appreciate your words of wisdom.
All right, buddy.
Appreciate your words of wisdom
Lead yourself.
and your experience. This is a struggle. We are the solution. By the grace of God,
I agree with that.
we will bring about a solution. We will not back down.
Shut up.
We will not shut up.
We will not sit down.
We will not sit down.
We stood up.
We stood up.
Spoke up.
We spoke up.
Prayed up.
Prayed up.
Because of righteousness.
Because of righteousness.
Check.
Mic check.
I know there's a lot of people.
That
We're raising their hand a minute.
we're raising our hand a minute ago.
We want to create space
We want to create space
for anybody to share their feelings
for anybody to share their feelings
on the impact of Dr. King's legacy
of Dr. King's legacy
on either this movement
on either this
or your
movement
personal life.
or your personal life.
So that space
That space
is right here and right now.
is right here and right now.
Speak up.
Speak up.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Martin Luther King said
Martin Luther King said
in his speech about the war in Vietnam
in his speech about the war in Vietnam
that any nation that spends more money on war
more money on war
and defense
or
offense, more money than it does on its social programs
more money than it does on its social programs
is sick.
is sick.
And I believe that this nation has been sick for a long, long time.
And I believe this nation has been sick for a long, long time.
And I can't pay taxes and feel sick anymore.
I can't pay taxes and feel sick anymore.
I believe from his legacy,
We
should pull his message of nonviolence
should pull his message of nonviolence
and his desire
and his desire
to equalize the budget
to equalize the budget
of this nation to be in the welfare of the people
to be in the welfare of the people
and not to cause destruction
and not to cause destruction
in other people's lives.
in other people's lives. That's all.
Mic check. I'm a junior in high school. Very interested in economics. And widespread change. Basically, a nerd. And I'm a young radical. And no one at my school takes me seriously. And I think that anyone else like me. And anyone else like us. We reflect what those of the civil rights movement of the 60s had to go through in their day. Because 50 years ago, they said we couldn't integrate the schools. So I'd like to see them say that we can't do what we've set out to do now.
Mic check. I was a junior in high school when Dr. King was murdered. I remember Feeling very isolated.
Feeling very isolated.
Even though it was 1968.
Even though it was 1968.
It was Miami.
It was Miami.
And it was the Cuban community in Miami.
And it was the Cuban community in Miami.
Which was very reactionary.
Which was very reactionary.
Because it was mostly emigres against the revolution.
Because it was mostly immigrants against the revolution.
Don't be discouraged.
Don't be discouraged.
The majority of the people of the world are with us.
The majority of the people of the world are with us.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Martin Luther King.
Martin Luther King
Fought for equality.
fought for equality.
He failed.
He failed.
But his dream,
His
legacy,
legacy
lives on.
lives on
In all of us.
in all of us.
We try to continue.
We try to continue
His fight.
his fight,
His dream.
his dream,
His struggle.
his struggle
For a better,
for a better,
more equal
more equal
America.
America.
For us,
For us,
for future generations.
for future generations,
For the world.
for the world.
We want peace.
Peace.
We want equality.
Equality.
We want change.
Change.
We want it. Now.
Now. Mic check.
I was a teenager
I was a teenager.
in Albany, Georgia. And Dr. King and all of his people like you in Albany. I would not say that Dr. King failed. In any way. Because the Lord used him to raise our awareness to the reality of this world. The fact is, we are all in this together. The poor, all alike. It is unfortunate that greed has overtaken our country. But we are not to be weary in well doing.
Martin Luther King is
an honorable man.
And it's a privilege to be here
At
this gathering today.
this gathering today.
But what about the people
What about the people
who's really living a major struggle
who's really living a major struggle?
for convicted felonies? Teenage girls out here prostituting. I mean,
Teenage girls out prostituting.
what can we do to try to stop a lot of this and help people?
What can we do to stop a lot of this and help people?
Because, like I said, I'm 39 years old.
I'm 39 years old.
And I read a lot of history books. But we need to put action up and try to cure this problem that's going on. And I thank y'all and I bless y'all.
Mic check. I'm 20 years old. I don't know a lot about the world. But I do know one thing. That hatred. Envy. Greed. Lust. These things do not matter anymore. Love. Peace. Unity. Justice. These are the things that matter in this day and time. I am happy. To see all y'all out here representing what's going on. Without us, the future is lost. Young, old, together, we will change this. People in the constant struggle. We are those people in that constant struggle. Talk about change.
You want to talk about change?
We are the change.
Battle either. And we will not lose the battle either. Because we are doing what we are doing, not for ourselves, but for all those people that are not here, that will experience some dreadful things if this country continue in the road that it is going. But by God's grace, I want us to be lifted up. And to be thankful that we have the privilege to call the attention to what is right. As our president said, it's the right thing to do.
As our president said, it's the right thing to do.
I would not say that our president has failed. Because he came into the game in the ninth inning. He was not able to turn things around. As we all hope he would. But let's not forget. The race is not to the swiftest. But to him that endureth. Until the end.
Amen.
Mic check. Yeah, what I'm saying on Mount is Martin Luther King is the honorable man.
Martin Luther King is the honorable man.
And it's a privilege to be here.
It's a privilege to be here.
At this gathering
today.
But what about the people?
Who's
really living a major struggle?
For
convicted felony. Teenage girls out here prostituting. I mean,
teenage girls out here prostituting.
What can we do to try to stop a lot of this and help people?
What can we do to stop a lot of this and help people?
Because, like I said, I'm 39 years old.
And I
read a lot of history books. But we need to put action. Up and try to cure this problem that's going on. And I thank y'all and I bless y'all.
Mic check. I'm 20 years old. I don't know a lot about the world. But I do know one thing. That hatred. Envy. Greed. Lust. These things do not matter anymore. Love. Peace. Unity. Justice. These are the things that matter in this day and time. I am happy. To see all y'all. Out here. Representing what's going on. Without us. The future is lost. Young. Old. Together. We will change this. People in the constant struggle. We are those people in that constant struggle. Talk about change.
You want to talk about change?
We are the change.
Mic check.
The people are too big to fail. Mic check. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. God bless everybody.
Mic check. I for one. In remembrance of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Shall do as he did. And keep the faith. And make my faith stronger. Even through the struggle. No matter what it takes. Keep the faith.
Mic Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. It's been beautiful. Listening to everybody. Compete to express themselves. I mean, just have multiple people mic checking at once. We got a lot to say. We don't have to be in a hurry. Because this occupation is nowhere near ending. We're Christians. We're atheists. Some of us are Muslims. Jewish. And all other persuasions. Hey man, what's your name, brother? Nolan, I'm James.
Somebody too broad. Yeah.